Hello, happy Monday. Today I want to talk about keeping up your marketing momentum. And that's because for a lot of business owners and people that really need to be doing marketing regularly, they don't have their own marketing team. I've noticed, even in myself, a long-time professional marketer, that when we get in a mood or a funk, it's really easy to start feeling avoidant about your marketing. And if you're running a business, there's a million other things you could be doing at any time. But I've found what works really well to keep up the consistency that effective marketing requires is to really get to know your own personal creative cycles. So if you're super organized and perfectionistic, you probably have a to-do list and you probably have days blocked off to do such and such and such, and best laid plans, right? So if you stick perfectly to your to-do list, your calendar, your planner for everything you planned out, then you'll be perfectly on track for everything. Everything will be trucking along. And I'm not knocking that. I think organization is great. I think planning ahead is great. But there are some things that are going to get in the way of you sticking really perfectly to a to-do list if you haven't factored it into your planning cycle, or if you're just hit with, a kind of a road bump. And sometimes if we don't stay perfectly on track with our calendar or our to-do list, and then we get off track, then we avoid it because it's overwhelming fixing it. So it's really important to know your creative cycle, because none of us are at the same peak level of creativity forever at all times. There's no dips or drops or peaks. So expecting yourself to always maintain the same level of creativity, the same level of momentum, the same level of focus for the same types of tasks is going to be a losing battle for you. For instance, today I'm really in I want to check things off. I want to get things done. I just want to zip through everything mode, which is not a great writing mode for me, because with writing, I want to create a feeling and I want to create an experience. I want to be careful with my wording. I want to pick things. I want flow. I want an atmosphere. And if I'm in a zoomy mood like I am today, well, it's not a great day for me to be writing my landing pages or my blog posts. What it is a good day for me to be doing is my organizational stuff, like the little stuff I've been putting up, like updating my customer relationship management system, fixing the photos on my email signature to match my new hair color, doing directory stuff. So this is a day where my energy, my creativity, my drive doesn't match certain tasks that are really important for my marketing and that I really want to prioritize and give my all to. And so rather than feeling bad about that or staring at my computer and just trying to force myself into a writing mode, I'm like, okay, what tasks do match my energy today? And I'm getting through a lot of them. It's two, and one of my boss moves is I don't start my workday till 11, so I've been working maybe 3 hours, and I checked 15 things off my to-do list, and let me tell you, that feels freaking awesome. And then later this week, when I am in that focus, that mode where writing is going to be great, where content creation is going to be great, then I will be ready to do those tasks at that time, because I didn't try to make myself do them when I wasn't in that space, which helps me feel like I'm keeping my marketing momentum up, which helps me stay committed, excited, showing up rather than avoidant, because I'm not trying to make myself do something that doesn't match where I'm at in my creative cycle. It is of note to mention that the reason I feel comfortable doing this is that I still have a social media presence. I still have content going out, because when I matched in the past, my recent past, a week or 2 weeks ago, when I was in a creative flow where I was yes, social media, content plan, getting that blog post out, getting this promotion out, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, I front loaded in my social media scheduling a lot of posts that were going to be going out. So it's okay if for a few days, I'm not in a content creation mode because I bought myself that time to make space for me not being in a creation mode, me being more in a like business executive, like get stuff done, like check the organizational, systemic stuff off my to-do list mode, because I front loaded my content. So what does this mean for you? When you're thinking about really showing up to give your marketing the focus, the concentration, the effort, the quality it needs to be successful, you do have to factor in that this is going to be a long game. You are unlikely to see instant, overwhelming, amazing results without showing up consistently for your marketing, putting in the time to get to know your audience's needs, to hone your messaging so it's persuasive for them, to know the platforms you're marketing on so you're following best practices and keeping up with trends and keeping up with the changing, because especially if you're marketing on social media, things change a lot. Like, a few months ago, the recommendation was 11 hashtags for Instagram, and now it's 3 to 5. Stuff like that. You're going to have to keep your spirits up enough so that you can keep showing up. And if you've built a system for yourself where you're going to force yourself to do stuff at times where you really don't want to, it's going to be hard not to be avoidant. So, creating a brand that is known and irresistible means you really have to get to know your own creative cycle. You really have to figure out how to create a system for yourself so that you can show up, so that you can work with what you have, your own creative cycles, your own affinity, your own interest and enthusiasm. So it takes some big picture thinking, it takes some strategy, but you can do this. And if you're not sure how, you should definitely come to the virtual workshop that Isa Messaging is hosting from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time, Tuesday, October 26th, where we're going to talk about making your brand known and irresistible and all that goes into that. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be empowering. You're going to come away excited and enthused rather than overwhelmed. So I hope to see you there.